tweet on.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy K-Mega405 live from the 405, and I'm back, and I'm real happy to be back. I know my ass has been on a hiatus or hibernation or whatever, but I apologize for being gone so long, man. I just got hit with life. I mean, 7-year relationship. We had to go our separate ways, and and then on top of that, had to move, had to change everything, and then right after that, my uncle passed away, and then like a month after that, then my grandfather, who was like my father figure, passed away. So that was real tough. So I just needed to take a break and get things back in order. But I was still kicking with the hobby, man. I was playing the games, and I was catching up on some games that I didn't get to play in last year, and Tomb Raider was one of them. And I had to say, Tomb Raider was outstanding. I never thought it was that good. I know that it was a nominee for Game of the Year last year or 2 years ago, but it just was, I didn't know it was that good. I don't really follow reviews all that often. And it made me put down Shadows of Mordor, which was a clear, to me, Game of the Year on the next-gen systems. It was fantastic. I love the game. The game also made me think of, it got me excited, got me stoked for the new Tomb Raider that's coming out at the end of the year. So, I mean, that's already pre-ordered, so I cannot wait to play that game. But E3 is come and gone, and I was impressed with this E3. Now, I didn't get to see Nintendo, Square Enix, or the PC press conferences, but everything else I did see, and I thought Bethesda kicked it off right. I think it got the excitement going. I was happy after Sunday night, ready for Monday. And, man, Doom, I wasn't expecting anything, but I have to say, man, with them really smooth graphics and that fast action-paced, gameplay, I just can't wait to see more about that game. And then, of course, everybody's going to buy Fallout, so everybody I know, that is. And then Dishonored, I never played any Dishonored, but I do want to try to get this remastered that's coming out so I can check it out. But EA, Battlefront, that looked real dope. Then you had NBA Live that looked a little bit better. And then they had, other games, of course, but their conference was kind of boring. Ubisoft is always Ubisoft. They show a good showing, but still got to get your hands on the game to understand. Assassin's Creed, I've never played, but only one Assassin's Creed, and that was the first one. And I want to try to get back into it, but I don't know which is the best one. So, this might be one that I might try to get into. It looks interesting. But Rainbow Six, I have friends that talk me into going ahead and getting it. So I'm definitely going to give it a shot. But like I said, their press conference was cool. And then there was Sony's press conference, and it was really, really good. I mean, it was better than last year's by far. And they showed a lot of multiplats, but they showed some cool games. And my second favorite game was that Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know, it had this feel of Shadows of Mordor and Turok. I don't know, for you younger guys that ain't played the game, man, I mean, Turok was the lick. I think they're making a remake, matter of fact, of Turok, which is cool. But, man, yeah, that game looked real serious, and I definitely want to get my hands on that. And then, for No Man's Sky, the scope of it looks good, but it's something I'm not really interested in. Uncharted is Uncharted. It's a great game. The Final Fantasy remake that's coming out, I'm happy about that, man. I cannot wait. That's my favorite game of all time. And actually, it's the game that got me into RPGs, that and Wild Arms. So, crazy excited about that. And then, the Last Guardian, I wasn't impressed. I mean, for a game to be gone as long as it was, and I've played Inko, and I liked Inko on the PS1. Never played Shadows of Colossus, but it just wasn't impressive. I'm sorry, but guys, it just wasn't for me. So I'm moving on with that one. Sony lost points for me about the Shenmue 3 deal, the Kickstarter. I thought that was bullshit, Bush League. I mean, you're gonna pay $45-50 million for Call of Duty to come up on your stage and promote their game, but you can't say, hey, look, we got an exclusive and this is Shenmue 3. I mean, that would have been huge, and you did it in a cheap, sorry way. I didn't like that at all. So that's the Sony lost points for me. And then there was Microsoft. Microsoft came with it. I thought their conference was was fantastic. It was action-packed with just game after game after game. The HoloLens looked sick, looked like something from Star Trek. Damn, I want it. And then there was, you know, Forza Motorsport 6. Turn 10 are the standard of driving. I mean, the new Need for Speed looked good, but nothing's touching Turn 10 when it comes to racing right now. Halo 5 really had me hyped. Tomb Raider, of course. Cuphead was cool, and then the backwards capability, man. They just shut it down. And then why I think that Microsoft won this year is because they're showing games that are coming out this year. But I like to hear your comments, man. It's good to be back. Like, subscribe.
As a kid, I had a lot of money. Knotted up, rubber band money. Next to the Xbox, thrown in my Jordan box. I think it was my 13s, something that I rarely rock.